Guess who, guys? They have caught the guy, the evil ritualist, the native doctor. He's now the latest celebrity in Nigeria. Nigeria will, Nigeria will produce 10 good celebrities and 90 bad ones. This guy was a ritualist. They caught him trying to escape Nigeria yesterday, and at the border, they catch him. Look at his hand. You can see the what do you call it? The handcuffs. He's done for. The road from here on for him is dark, and he's still a young man. Look at, he's not far older than me. It's just that I'm fresh. I'm fresh. He's not far older than me. So in case you're not been following the situation, go to my go to this Telegram, go to your Telegram and search for this name, Dave Partner Media on Telegram. Once you search for it, make sure it has this at least minimum of this number of followers, subscribers. Then you join the group, you watch the videos. There are about 5 to 10 videos. Now, if you can't find this on your Telegram, go to your browser and type this t.me/Dave Partner Media. Just type it on your Google Chrome or any browser, Safari. Visit it, it will open this Telegram for you. So what he did was that he's rich, right? He came back from Tunisia to Nigeria. He was hustling in Tunisia, according to the story, allegedly. He couldn't make money, so he came back to Nigeria and started voodoo. So from there, he started making money, and he didn't stop it. What he was doing was human rituals. Bro, the guy is evil. He will catch people and bury them at different parts of his mansion. He has like 4 uncompleted buildings. How can you be building 4 buildings at the same time? He had like 4 of them. So he would bury people at different parts of the mansion. The video is there. Go to my Telegram, Dave Partner Media. Bury people at different parts of the mansion. And the thing is that he doesn't bury them after unaliving them. He buries them alive. And it's not burial. It's like he built small cages, concrete bunkers at different parts of his building. So he would throw them there after tying their hands and legs, and they stay there. Then he goes there to worship them. Bro, he goes there to worship them. So he put powder all over their face and unalive animals and sprinkle on them and wear them some regalia as if they are statues. Then he worships them there until they unalive there. He doesn't mind. He keeps worshiping them. Even a pregnant woman. It's crazy. So until he now caught a young girl 2 days ago. Small girl. And when they buried the girl, when he put the girl in one of the bunkers and left, the girl started crying, shouting, until people came there and the security men rescued the girl. And they tried to catch him. He stabbed one of the security guys and ran away. This was in southeastern Nigeria, Enugu State. So by yesterday, the guy had already got to Lagos. They say he got to Badagry and he waited till night time, and they tried to cross the border. He tried to cross the border from the semi-border into Benin Republic so that he can go from there to Tunisia. But he was caught at the border. Now he has to explain. This is the level in Nigeria lingo where we say, you go explain tire. You go explain. This is what we call 25 years to life. You understand? There is no the road for him from here on is bleak. You don't go with that. There's no way you can wriggle out of it. Think about it. If you can deny one dead body, what of all the others? What of the 10, 15 bodies? And these are the ones that the public knows, Police will use him, will squeeze him out the truth, They will squeeze him until he produces where he has buried the others. People will be missing in the village. They will be thinking it's this other kidnapper. You will not know he's one of the richest men in your village. Kidnapping your own people. What an evil. The evil is so deep. Your own people. To the point that they go to market, to the farm, to waylay people going to farm. And kidnap them. Your own village people. Bro. Now, if you watch that video, go to Telegram, you see that where he built his mansion, he built like 3 or 4 or 5 other big mansions around. Everybody there should be arrested. Because you can't tell me, I think he even has a tenant house. You can't tell me that all those people don't know that they are burying people around their compound. What time is he going to bring in the dead body, the body of the person to go and bury that nobody in the compound will see him? At least 50% of them are in on it. They said he has about 10 to 15 accomplices. All of them escaped. In that video, they only caught one. Amenda. No try Southeast though. The luck that one had was that police was on ground and it was the security agents. If it was street guys that caught him, for don't go. In East, if you thief handkerchief like this in the market, you are based on RIP. If you make it out of that market, I don't know waiting cause. East no believe in all these police, what do you call it, court case. They want to do investigation. If they catch you, the only thing that can save you is actually police. If you are lucky, police will be around. If they catch you, if police take more than 2 minutes to show up, you are gone. The reason why that guy, that is accomplice, he's not the smile. Oh. They catch the guy, they mend down. I don't even know his color again. I don't know whether it's a black guy or a red guy because blood everywhere. Almost. The only thing that saved him is because it's the neighborhood security that caught him. His accomplice. It was the neighborhood security. So they say let them leave the guy for police. If not men catch the guy, you don't go. No trying for East though. All this one that they be in the road, you snatch somebody's purse or market. They don't do one for East. They know they do one. As you snatch your life, you snatch your life away. It's no waste time. This guy now, as he's coming back, if he mistakenly fall into the street, the same thing will happen. He's lucky that it's police that caught him. Now he has to explain. I don't like the fact that they went to demolish his house. You know, a kidnapper was caught within 24 hours. A kidnapper was exposed. You have not even caught the guy. You go to demolish the house. Why did they demolish the house? They did it too early. Because there might be some things in that house that will aid the investigation. Some people are saying that they don't even trust the system again. What if he was doing all those bodies, burials, and voodoo for politicians? What if that was whom he was doing it for? You know, the case, you will not see the end of the case. They will just do it like this. But Nigerian police is not like that. I trust Nigerian police with all my chest. So, I believe as they just caught him now, they are going to take him back to that place. He will expose the bodies. Let the owners of the people come and take their bodies and bury them properly. Give them a befitting burial. In Igbo land, we believe that as long as they have not put your body down 6 feet, your spirit will not rest. So it is believed that it's the spirits of the people he unalived that are troubling him. It's crazy. Let me show you something. Okay, I'll show it in the next video. If you're watching this video, make sure you watch the next video. I'll tell you something about these eyes. I'll tell you something that once you know it, you will never unknow it. Once you see it, you will never unsee it. I'll show you. So now he's in police custody. I want him to expose all those 15, all his accomplices. And he has some fellow ritualists. I saw a video of him in an event. He was shaking everybody with, you know, he's rich, so they invite him to event a lot. He was shaking everybody with right hands, right? When he got to one certain guy, he put his staff in his right hand and used left hand to shake the guy. Left. Normally, that wouldn't mean anything, but now he has been caught with bodies. I want him to investigate that guy. I know all the ritualists now will be hiding away all the bodies they buried. Why do you need a human body for your burial, for your voodoo? It's not done. It's a sacrilege. It's a taboo. It's a no-go area. It's disallowed. It's unallowed. You don't do that. The human blood is the most important element in the universe. Any spiritualist will tell you that. It's higher. Humans created gods, in case you don't know. All those gods he was worshipping, he was the one that created them. Like those ones he will get to, he was the one. So you can't sacrifice the blood of a higher being to a lower being. It is a sacrilege to sacrifice a human blood to anything. You don't do that. You don't sacrifice human blood to gods. It's outlawed. There is no spiritual law that validates that. Even if you read the Bible, in the Bible, let me show you some spiritual principles people don't understand. For God to receive the ultimate sacrifice, he had to become human. Because you can't sacrifice a human blood to anything. There is nothing else that is higher than a human blood. He had to become human. And then he sacrificed himself to forgive others for what they did to himself. See? Let me not go too deep there, but you get what I'm saying. Humans created gods. Allah, I'm not reach your side. Any town you go to and you see their deity, just know that they are the ones that created that deity. So how are they sacrificing themselves to the deity? It doesn't make sense. It's like stepping down instead of stepping up. That's why no right spiritualist will recommend human sacrifice for anything. It's not done. You know where they got the idea from? You know, in the olden days, if a king dies, in some tribes, they will bury the king with people around him. And who are those people? People that are most likely to unalive the king. Those are the ones that they bury with him. So that the next king, when he comes, people that are most likely to unalive him will know that their lives are tied to his life, so that they don't try to unalive him. Because in the olden days, the sudden death of a king usually spells disaster. There's always a succession battle. In the process, enemy kingdoms can attack and wipe them out. So it's a disaster for everybody for a king to die suddenly. It's best that a king ages and gradually unalives, and in the gradual process he can transition to the next king and allow his son rule while he's alive. That's the best way. So what they do is, in some cultures, if the king suddenly dies, the guy that his cook, the guy that prepares his meal, will be buried with the king. So if you're somebody that prepares the king's meal, you must go. So usually they take slaves and use for that. So once the king died, that burial must take the head of so that the next chef for the king will know that he cannot allow anybody to poison the king. In some tribes, like the Nordic tribes, I'm talking about Scandinavian tribes, the Vikings, the Norsemen in the olden days, when the king dies, his wives must go down the grave with him. And those days, they know the burial. Then go put the king for boat, carry the wife, put there, tie everybody, set it on fire and push it into the ocean. So that the wives of the next king will know that they cannot allow their husband to die. They will not, out of all this jealousy and everything, unalive their husband. They must protect the king. That's how kings used to live long that time. The only time kings can die like that is in battle. You understand? It's in battle. That's the only time. And even in battle, their soldiers will be throwing themselves at the king to make sure that the king does not die. Instead, they themselves die. Because if the king goes down, everybody, all the whole military will go down. Because the enemies will wipe them out. So they don't allow their king to die in battle. So from that practice, people forgot the essence of the practice. I'm not supporting it for those who are 2 IQ, 3 IQ. I'm talking to people of 120, 150 IQ. If your IQ no reach 120, my channel is not even for you. But you understand what I'm saying, right? People started translating it to human sacrifice. Now, they now believe that for you to be strong, a strong man, you must take lives. That's crazy. If you now go to some native doctor, they'll say you should bring the head of somebody you love so much. Your mother, your sister, your father, or something. They have just mangled up everything. Perverted it. Perverts. Doctrinal perverts. We're in modern times now. We can now carry out investigation. If a king dies, we can now do autopsy. We can now have police investigation. We have a lot of things that prevents such practice. In the olden days, they didn't have it, so they had to resort to crude means. You understand? But now we have forensic investigations. Such is not permitted. You can't sacrifice a human blood to anything. Humans dominated all animals and all gods on earth. Think about it. Do you know that gods have lifespan? There's no god that is immortal. Go and check it. In the olden, if you think about Zeus, do you know that Zeus, there was like a period of 3,000 to 5,000 years that people were worshipping Zeus. He was the Almighty. They will worship him on a mountain. They will sacrifice. They do everything. Where is Zeus today? Zeus is now a movie character in Marvel Universe. The guy don't ask him for us. Then they use him for inside film. Hercules. All these people are now characters. Nobody worships them again. Athena. Goddess of fertility. I don't go. What of Easter? People don't know that the Easter that Christians celebrate used to be a goddess. If you go to the city of Babylon today in Iraq, it still exists. The city is in ruins, but it still exists. The main entrance gate to the city is the you see the goddess there, the goddess of Ishtar. They call it the Ishtar Gate. It's crazy. That one don't go. Once the generation that is worshipping that god wipe out, that's the end of that god. The latest one that died is the goddess of Delphi, the oracle of Delphi. If you go to the temple now, it's in ruins. That one don't go. Nobody worships it again. That one gave her last prophecy around 400 years ago. Don't go. Nobody worships that again. If you go to Greece now, they are now Christian. Nobody send all that again. If you go to Italy, there used to be a goddess called Vatica. The blacks in Africa that crossed over to Italy and ruled it for a while created this goddess Vatica. That's where the name Vatican City came from. That Vatican there that they are using for Rome, it used to be the name of an African goddess in that same place, the goddess of the underworld. That city was built on top of bones. This is where they used to bury dead people. Ega Vaticanus. That is the Vatican field. So it was their large burial ground. The goddess that leads souls to underworld there is called Vatica. Go and Google it. What I'm telling you, no come to doubt me. Everything I'm telling you is verifiable. Take it to Harvard. Ega Vaticanus. That's the name of the field where they later now built the city, the Vatican City, and they worship Jesus Christ there, our personal Lord and Savior. So these guys, all the gods he's worshiping, thinking that they are giving him money, and it's either he created them directly or his father or his people created it. So you can't sacrifice a human life to a god. Humans are here. All those gods are here. You can't sacrifice downwards. Sacrifice is done. Use your brain. Use your brain. In Igbo land, we have a quote, and that quote will change your life. Think about it now. Asina chie mero ka nse gwe gosia osisi ejipia. Or arosi mekaria kome gosia osisi ejipia. Maybe I should not even translate it. How much will you pay me for the translation? How much crypto you go transfer give me for translation? It translates to saying, if a god does not do as we tell him or tell it, we will show that god the tree we carved it from. Don't try Igbo people. Our ancestors were wise. They fused some of these sayings inside our language to warn us that these things were man-made. In Igbo land, we say, Onye carry madu carry chia. Say, if you pass person, you don't pass in God. So as they catch this guy, as police grab this guy now, it means they have also arrested his God. They can go to his shrine and do anything, nothing will happen. This is ancient Igbo quote. We're talking about quotes that are thousands of years old. The ancient ones saw it. That once you can defeat somebody, it means that you have defeated the person's gods. All those gods, you can use your leg and kick them. Think about it. So human sacrifice is a sacrilege. It's not done in Africa. Anybody doing it is an evil ritualist. There's no African religion that promotes that. There's no belief system. There's no thing that you need from the gods that requires a human sacrifice. Nothing. How many human sacrifices did Elon Musk do?